In this video, we're going to go through how to physically film with the smartphone, and this is going to be how to hold it, positioning, things of that nature. I'm already assuming that you know how to open your phone, go to the camera app, hit record, tap to focus, those easy things. What this is going to be about is how we take the techniques that you might have learned on how to use DSLRs or handle slightly larger cameras, use some of those techniques to actually shooting well with something as small as a smartphone or even an action cam. So the first one, it might seem a little obvious, but you're going to hold this with two hands. Because these phones are so thin and small now, they actually shake a lot unless you hold them tight and you brace yourself. So two ways you're going to do that. First of all, you're going to hold it with two hands. So you're going to have one hand on the left, one hand on the right. This hand right here, be careful, because what you don't want to do is cover or obstruct the bottom here, because that's where the microphone is that's going to be recording your sound. If you go like this, whatever sound you're trying to get is going to be muffled. So what you want to do is make your hand kind of like a cup, come at it like that, and now what you've done is you've made this hand kind of like an ear for your smartphone. So the sound comes in and then bounces into it. For indoors, this really can increase the quality of your sound, because if I were to remove my hand, this now allows sound to come in this way, come in this way, or come in this way. So if there are fans in the room, or air conditioning or the heating going, or any other thing making noise, it can enter into the microphone from any direction. Taking my hand, putting a cup over it, makes it so that the person speaking, their voice can come in and adds a little bit of a barrier to any other sound that's trying to get in. Doing this outdoors can incrementally increase the quality of your sound, but typically just filming with a smartphone outdoors, you're going to get horrible audio. No matter where you are on Earth, there's always going to be a little bit of wind always trying to get in. So even if you cup, the wind's still going to come in this way with somebody's voice. Now, whether you're inside or outside, if you're doing this, you really want to be within 3 to 4 feet of your subject. Being any further back, and the sound is going to incrementally decrease exponentially the further you go back. That you've probably already figured out with other cameras and other microphones. Now, if you guys are using external microphones that plug into the lightning port of your iPhone or the USB-C or micro USB port of an Android phone, that's a different story. I here am wearing a wireless lav right now that's being recorded somewhere else, so it doesn't matter how far away I move from the camera, you can still hear me perfectly. I'm fuzzy, of course, right now, but as I move back here on my mark, everything's fine. So, all right. First thing, grip it with both hands. Know where this hand is so you're not covering your microphone. And also too, with the second hand too, be cognizant of where your camera array is. Not only are they a little bit different per phone, the iPhones are usually up here, some Androids are in the middle, and even some phones swap and they actually put it down here. The issue with all of these phones is they keep putting more lenses on the back, so these arrays keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think the next iPhone is going to have like 4, if not 5 ports, 4 cameras, and 1 is a AR sensor. So again, when you put your hand there, just be cognizant of what you're covering. Now, if you are covering it, you should of course see your finger there or a big black spludge or something in your viewfinder here. But at any rate, you still want to be careful of that, because even I have slightly covered it and not noticed it until post-production. So in addition to gripping this with two hands in a strategic way, the next thing you want to do, the real pro tip here, is you want to take both of your elbows and bring them against your chest. So really what we're doing here is we're forming 2/3 of a triangle. The first is right here, the second is right here. If I had a regular camera, if you go and watch the Keep the Camera Steady video, you'll see that I use a camera with a viewfinder. In fact, I think it's that camera right there. The viewfinder creates that third leg of the triangle. Here with the smartphone, we can't do that because obviously it's a smartphone. So the best you can do is bring both elbows to your chest and then hang on tight right here. Now, you want to hang on tight, but you also don't want to hang on so tight that you're actually adding in emotion to the camera. So, I mean, hold it tight enough to where it's not going anywhere, but, don't hold on to it for dear life or anything. So, this will take you far. And also, too, having your elbows against your chest like this, it's going to help alleviate a lot of the pressure from your forearm and your biceps. Don't mean to be a fitness coach here, but holding something out like this for an extended period of time, even if it's only your smartphone, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes in, you're not going to like doing that anymore. Doing this gives them a little bit of rest. And then one more thing I'll go through with you is just to bring up just how small, thin, and light these cameras are. And what's so great is that these cameras you can put right next to things, put it close up to things that no other camera can get that close to, not even a GoPro. The focus capability on those is far, far weaker than what is of a smartphone. So always be motivated to walk up to what you know you want to film. And I talk about this very in-depth in some other tutorial videos walking you through how to sequence video. You'll see me do things like bring this close to laptop keyboards, to mice. I follow a dear friend of mine who's cooking dinner, and really, I'm getting the phone in there, and in these videos, there's a camera on me showing you that. So when you combine this video with those videos, you are really very powerful if all you have is a smartphone. The only thing that I would recommend more than everything we've just gone through here is getting some kind of an external mic for your smartphone. And for more information on that, there is a whole video on that that walks you through all sorts of various price points that's called Microphones for Smartphones. I highly encourage you to watch that one because this piece of knowledge about what mic to have with a smartphone, no matter what you're studying, what you want to do, journalism, marketing, PR, your own YouTube channel and your brand, this is all the necessary information that you need to start those things. And that's how to shoot professional video with a smartphone. I'll see you in the next video.